Hey, I think we're live. What's going on, guys? Sorry. Eating sunflower seeds. It's a little late, isn't it? Or did we already spring forward? Or did we just, we just sprang forward. Okay. Golly, it's already, did it just happen? Did it literally, because I left the room, went and got a drink of water, and came back and the time changed, right? So it must have just changed. Um, what time exactly? What's going on, PWC 3981? How you doing? Thanks. Glad you like my videos. I'm just goofing around. Oh man, that's a bummer. Sorry, I don't mean to say it like that. And in all honesty, that stinks. Yep. Well, I won't ask you for details. I know I know all that can be rough. You just hanging out? You doing anything? You just chilling tonight? Spring. I left the room, so I was like, here, I gotta make sure all this is not too hot. I was like, I don't need a drink of water. I'll get one of these seltzer water things. I was like, it's like it's 2 o'clock, right? I come back in and I look and I'm like, oh, it's three, but it was just two, and it's like, oh gosh, it's that again. Okay, well, there's another guy. A younger dude from India that comes in sometimes and chats. He said he's been, I don't know, I guess he was doing like tests. He's like, I've been studying a ton. So he's always like, oh, it's like, I'm taking a break. I'm eating something. Gonna go back to study or whatever he's doing. I was like, okay, cool. I think he had headphones in the other night, and I did something that was way too loud. Actually, I need to turn all this stuff on. I need to turn all this stuff on. I'm gonna do something a little different tonight. I let's see. I think I need to do it like that. I don't know. Not much. G36, just chilling. What you up to? You playing the game you mentioned the other night? I can never remember. I remember Rust, the one. The other one was had it was like 4 letters. I remember that. I'm going to I don't know. It was thundered. There's a big thunderstorm tonight, and so I was like, let me go out and record the thunderstorm on my recorder, and then I will use it to Phil Robertson's sermons. Who's that? Duck Dynasty guy. That's funny. Okay. Um, yeah. So I went out and recorded some some. I went out and recorded some of the thunderstorm, but I had my no, no, yeah, I know who you're talking about now. I know Phil. I know Phil's my first name's Philip, so my granddad's Phil. So I have to laugh about the. I don't go by Philip, but I have to laugh when I see Phil because I'm like I think it makes me think of my granddad. Um, Let me see. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Got distracted. Oh yeah, I'm checking my stream. Make sure it's not doubling up. Because it has a tendency to do that. I think I got all the sequencing right. I still like to check because, um, you know, stuff. Phil Robertson. Yep, he's a funny dude. But he is a preacher, right? He's totally a preacher. Doesn't he have some crazy story about? He always telling like crazy stories about before he became a Christian. Thanks, man. No, okay. So I'm outside. So I blah blah blah. Let me see. I'm trying to. Just want to make sure. Sorry, all my audio levels are off, and I'm trying to get everything to where I know because with every device. Oh, he passed away. Okay. With every device, the the audio levels function slightly differently. So I Oh, he passed away. Okay. There's me. With every device. Yeah. And this recorder. So when this is a recorder I use to record a thunderstorm. It has a tendency to inject extra audio artifacts into the monitoring. So like it sounds like there's a hiss. There sounds like there's like a low, certain level hiss. And in my ears it sounds like that, but it never in the recording. So like it always just like bothers me because it yeah, it always sounds to me like there's a hum, but there's not. And I think we got our soundboard hooked up.
Hello, cutie pie.
I don't know how that probably could be a little louder.
Hello, cutie pie. Hello, cutie pie. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
Yeah, that's probably a good level.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
Yeah. So it was recording Thunderstorm. So the mic I have, it's the mic that comes with the thing. It's on the Zoom. You can. I don't want to show. You can see it's like right down here. It's like it's hard to. It's all hooked up. So, but it's basically an XY mic. So it can pick up signals from, depending on how you turn it. It can pick up signals different ways. And so, but you have to to do ambient outdoor sounds, you have to crank it, seriously, to capture everything, you've got to crank it. And I was monitoring it in my headphones or with my headphones. And so but you have it cranked so loud, you can hear stuff really far away. So I can hear cars like a quarter, half mile away, going down the road. And this is 11 at night. So no, you hear a car here and there where I'm at, but not consistently. And then I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting there it's recording, chilling, whatever. And then all of a sudden I hear an engine just go in my headphones going like tires spinning because it's like raining, so tires spinning, and then I like the car like backfires, and it sounds to me like someone crashes into a tree, and so like I take my headphones off and I can't hear anything. So like it was picking, I don't know where it was picking it up, how far away it was picking it up from, but it was like it was not anywhere near me because I like pulled my headphone off to make sure, and it like startled me. But then so the thunderstorms, it looks like it's a little ways off. Like we're not getting any lightning, this, that, and the other. And so I'm like, oh, I'm good. I had my headphones on. I had one ear. I had it like this, one ear open so I can hear what's going on, and then one ear so I can hear like how high I have the levels. So if it gets too hot, I can turn it down or whatever. And so it I'm sitting there just chilling. I was like trying to I did a 5-minute recording, and it kind of got messed up because I bumped the stand halfway through, and because I don't have it on a shock mount. And so then about I don't know, 7 minutes into the 10-minute recording, like lightning literally, like I watched it strike across the street, and it like, so I hear it in this ear, and then I'm also hearing it amplified in this ear. Dude, it scared the absolute living daylights out of me. Like I'll show you the picture of I took a picture of the file, the audio file, and it just peaks like 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 you can see, I don't know, can you see that? Yeah. That's just that the latent audio, the ambient audio is the little tiny line, and then the lightning strike is just that wall of sound in the middle. Just absolutely just whoo buddy. Just I mean it scared the living daylights out of me.
Get to the chopper!
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm gonna plug this up. We're gonna try and listen to this. So I got this plugged in. I'm gonna reset all this real quick. Turn all the gains down and everything. And we're gonna see what we can do. I'll turn everything to stereo for now. Sends all the way down, sends off. Sorry, I just reset this whole thing so that I can all post, mutes are all off. I just want to make sure everything's set straight up so I don't have to be fidgeting with all that. Okay, so I got my phone plugged in. I got the audio file on. I edited the audio file down, so I took out all the riffraff. So we're gonna get it cranking. Field 1 final. All right, so it's playing, so it should be coming into here. Oh shoot, is this module not plugged in? Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, let me try it. Let me try a different thing. The module may be plugged in. Did I not plug those modules in? Are you serious? Okay. We gonna have to do some technology stuff right quick. Ah, buddy. I rearranged all my gear in these cases, and so okay, that's got signal. Okay, that one's plugged in right next to it. Now let me try my other cable. Sorry, this is not what I anticipated. I was like, oh, it's gonna be plug and play, so I may have to turn this. I might have to do something. Okay. Yeah, it's showing nothing. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, give me a second. This is gonna be a minute. You get to see me live problem solve. What's going on? Is Phil's? You like Phil's sermons? Did he pass away? When did he pass away? Start with that. Wait, you just changed your name? So that's so yeah, because you're still number 2 commenter or whatever. So yeah, that's cool. So your name's Josh. Okay, I'm gonna unplug this case, and we gonna get screwdrivers out. See what we got going on. Finally got my I've been meaning to wear this shirt because I have another shirt too that has Godzilla on it. I think so. I have a Life is Good shirt that has a Godzilla face on it, and then on the back it says "Do what you love," and it's got Godzilla like eating cars and stuff. My profile picture I designed like 3 years ago. I need to look and see when that shirt came out because I think that they may have. I'm like, did they steal my design? Because I did that hand drawn. I don't. His name's not my guy. My profile picture. His name's not Godzilla. His name's Prax. Okay, so this is showing it's plugged in, but it is not reading any audio signals. Okay, so we're going. Maybe I did something wrong. We're going to plug it in. Power adapter. Not touch anything. We're going to plug this in. We're going to crank the absolute shit out. Okay, that's playing. Right? So I should be getting. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, now we're going to try it with my other cable. Because my other cable is a stereo cable. So it will let me do it with just one cable instead of 2 cables. Okay, where'd it go? It's here to here. Almost a year ago, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, sometimes some different, what I find is, because I mean, I don't know. Okay, multiple. So I'll ask you a question too. See if you know anything about this, because like I don't. But all the platforms are weird. They have like weird little things they'll let you do, and then weird little things they won't let you do, depending on each one. And it's like almost like, okay, why does this one let you change your name? This one lets you change your name, and then it gives you like you can do it within 30 days. Some let you do it within 60 days. Some let you do it within play. Okay, that's got stereo signal coming. All right, cool. So this is actually working. I just was being a doofus and not okay, we're gonna unplug that because I don't want to bump anything. So I'll put it in at 12 volts, so nothing should fry, but I don't want to short anything out. Okay. Is his wife was on the show, right? Is she still alive? Well, I mean, pretty much. It's one of those funny things where it's like, do all wives just outlive their husbands? Like, is that just? I mean, actually not. I've known friends. Yeah, she died of pancreatic cancer, and he's still alive, and they're older. Oh me. This is weird things you start thinking about when you get married with kids and whatnot. It's like you're thinking about how long you're going to live and how much longer your wife's going to live than you, and then how old your kids are going to be when you die. I mean, it's just like it's not morbid. It's not morbid thoughts, just reality. But it you know. It only him as of now. Oh man, that stinks. Yeah, I had a really good professor. Um, he I think he's still alive, but he got early onset dementia, and I mean, he was such a sharp dude. That's like just super tragic. Okay, what are we doing? So, I got this cable. This cable's gonna go. We're gonna do some weird. I think it's gonna get kind of weird. That's why I'm like, I don't care that I'm messing around right now because I think it's gonna get cool and freaking weird. Because I'm gonna do some stuff I ain't never done before, and I think it's gonna be a blast. So we're gonna do left and right out. Okay. First, we're gonna get our levels right on this, just on this channel. So turn that up to something. We're gonna see if we can hear. We're gonna see if we can hear. I bumped all my settings, so I may have to just put in a tone to get my levels over here right. So let's go out of the. That's really far. We're just gonna go straight out of the crewing. We're gonna do mono. We're gonna go into this channel. We're gonna do that. Well, that's unusual. So let's turn this up. Stereo. That's that one. Now we're going to do this one. There we go. Can you hear that? Can you hear the rain? I don't know. I'm just gonna run it. I mean, you can get off if you need to. I mean, you don't have to hang out. I just figured, I don't know. I figured just mess around for a little bit. I left the room, and then I don't know if you were in there. Before I started, I went and got some. I went and got some seltzer water, and I walked downstairs, and it was like 2:00. 2:00. And I came back in the room, and it was 3:00. And I was like, oh, yeah. Just it's one of those things where it's like until you like it's as an adult, it's all right, whatever. Man, when you got kids, bro, it's just like, golly, can we split the difference? Can we just do like split half an hour and half an hour, and then just leave the time the same? But no, you're good. I'm just gonna run till I get something interesting, and then, or if I peter out, because like sometimes I just hit a wall. Right now I haven't. Is that a poppy? What's a poppy? This is just seltzer water, bro. I'm straight sober. I did well. I got into I got into rolling my own cigars because it's too expensive to buy cigars. So thanks, Smit 1GI. Oh no, this is Trader Joe's seltzer water flavored with lemon and ginger juice. It says it doesn't have any calories in it, but for some reason It tastes like it has calories. I don't know. Nope, this one is, yeah. This one's just seltzer water. But then this one is ginger brew, ginger beer or something. It's it actually has sugar in it. And it's 140 calories. But it doesn't have any, it's not alcohol. Oh, poppy? No. This is like, I don't know, this may be $1, but since I'm off alcohol, I don't really care. Yeah, I don't know. I don't drink, I consume almost no sugar. So like, I like don't eat anything almost that has sugar in it. I'll eat ice cream occasionally, but I don't eat any sweets, and I don't drink any Cokes or sodas or anything. So like this non-alcoholic ginger beer that has 35 grams of sugar is probably like all the sugar I'll have in like 3 days. That, you know, that's no, I had some ice cream sandwiches, so but that's only on a on an occasion. I like it. It's nice. I've had too much coffee today, so, and I had some while I was editing this, what you're hearing, you can hear this, right? While I was editing this, while I was editing this audio file, so okay, so I'll tell you the main reason why I got off sugar. So when I was in college, I had painting class at 8 in the morning, right? And I would wake up in the morning and I'd go to painting class and my hand would just be like, just shaking. So, I didn't quite realize what sugar was doing to me. It was really throwing off my, blood sugar levels. So in the morning, what I had to do was eat something like kind of high in protein before I went to bed, and then eat like oatmeal in the morning. So I'd eat like cheese before I went to bed, and then I'd eat oatmeal in the morning, and that really helped. But then later on in life, I realized, a few years later, I realized the sugar was actually causing like, on top of it was causing like anxiety and some other things. It was laying in there, and I just did, and it was causing headaches. So I used to get headaches pretty consistently, in my mid 20s, 25, 26, somewhere in there. And so I was consuming too much caffeine and I was consuming too much sugar. So I started dialing those back in my 30s and got that straight. So like my anxiety levels, it really helped. I mean, I still have anxiety, but nothing like when I'm having too much coffee and too much sugar. And so now, and I don't drink soda. So I stopped drinking soda when I was like 18. So the only thing I was, I like to eat sweets and like donuts and ice cream and all that stuff. So I'd still, but all that to say, it was sort of like a 15-year process of like slowly realizing I didn't need sugar. It's Sprite. Yeah. Yeah. I know, I like Sprite. I mean, I like ginger ale. I like ginger ale. So like, but like the thing is now when I have a ginger ale, I can immediately feel like tightness form in my head. And so I don't want to have anything to do. I'll drink this and I'll literally be able to feel like tightness in my face. That's like a precursor to a headache if I'm having like a stressful day or something. So, and then also what else? I take this supplement that also, so I have like blood sugar levels is main thing. So that I'm not like because sometimes if I have like a morning meeting at work, I'll be super anxious, but it all has to do just with my blood sugar levels. And so I have to make sure I eat something before I like go do anything in the morning, first thing in the morning. And then I take this stuff called, it's called, it's, it's because I found it partly because I wasted a significant portion of my life, um, overindulging, in alcohol. Um, but it has stuff that helps with blood sugar as well. So let me see. It might let me post a link. Yeah, so I take this stuff. They are not a sponsor, but I will post a link. So I take this stuff. It's called Liver Rescue, and it helps with my blood sugar. If you're interested, I take some other stuff from them too. Ashwagandha. I've not tried ashwagandha. What is? I don't know. I take a couple other things that may have it in it. Is it a root or is it a fruit? Sorry. I actually let me look at this real quick and I'll tell you if it's in anything that let me start this again. No, not in that one. I think something else called Vitamineral Green from the same company. And something else called Earth Broth. I don't know. It seems to drastically improve my energy levels, especially so I don't get so, and also I don't crash out. Okay, so maybe in this one. Yeah. So I take this supplement called Earth Broth from the same company, Health Force. And it has ashwagandha root in it. It has, I don't know, it's mixed with some other stuff, but it has ashwagandha root. So it has 1,650 milligrams of ashwagandha, burdock, ginger, dandelion, yacon, and astragalus root. I don't know. I take it almost every day. I'll shoot the link in there too. It has ashwagandha in it. I've tried a bunch of different things. So you change your name again? Or is that someone else? Arsen, I don't even know. Okay, so this one has ashwagandha in it. Not that I'm I'm not a doctor, but Yeah. You have, see, I've never had a blood test. Um, have you ever had your blood work done? Well, you're in nursing or whatever, so you probably have. I've never had my blood work done, so I think I'm going to play something. Go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We're talking right now. Sorry. I apologize. That was rude of me. Um, we're talking. I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna process. We're gonna process some of this noises, and that's a 1 to. So we're gonna do left, and we're gonna do. I'll do left and right from here. Okay. I'm just joking. It's just funny. People, when I understand, I got a whole setup here, and I said I was going to do something, blah, blah, blah. But I was talking to these guys. We were talking about cutting out sugar and supplements and blood sugar and me drinking too much and having to get all, stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do is process this. Oh, I don't have anything going into the mix. Golly, I'm like, why is the mixer not working? I don't have anything going into the mixer. Okay, so we're going to take signals from here, left and right, come out of here. We're going to go to a couple of different places. So I'm thinking first thing I want to do is try this guy out because I've not used this guy a lot. So this is D. Rotham Electro Music Panharmonium Resynthesizer. It was back ordered for a while, and it came yesterday. So we gonna fire it up and let's see what it can do. Okay, we're gonna start with totally dry signal. Okay. I'm not getting any. Okay. Yeah, so it's a resynthesizer, so it takes sound. So the whole point of me getting this was partly to process audio and do some ambient evolving patches and stuff, because I like doing curl patches and some similar things where you have it and it kind of does some weirdness. So okay, I see. Okay, so we're gonna try listen to this. So it takes your audio, turns it into a synthesizer. So you can take ambient things and turn it into a synthesizer. So I could play so this is fully wet, but I want a little, what I'll probably do is do a fully wet signal and then do a fully dry signal. So what we'll do is come out of here so I can go back. Yeah, so I go back and forth. Let's see, and then we'll throw in effects. So I'll first want to do this and then throw in some effects. Oh, that's out of phase. Yeah, so that's gonna cancel it. Okay, so this is dry signal, just the rain. I recorded the rain tonight. So this was thunderstorm earlier. I was telling them I was outside, had a headphone in this ear, and then this one off, and I had the field recorder up on the I had it on a tripod and I'm just chilling there trying to do a 10-minute recording without bumping anything. And lightning strikes across the street. So I'll show you. So I was editing the audio, and that's the lightning strike across the street. You can see it's just like a wall of sound. It's, yeah, it was very freaking terrifying. It was, ooh, buddy, okay. So we're gonna go full almost. This is gonna get weird. So I'm not I've not done this before. So this is you're seeing it live. You're experiencing it with me. So if it's too loud or too weird or whatever, just let me know in the chat. We gotta have feedback way up. Well, that's fun. See, that's exactly why I got this thing. A reptilian? No, I was thinking a tall Nordic, right? I'm thinking tall Nordics, you know, with the bleach blonde hair that, you know, look like us. Ooh, buddy, I got chills. If you gone down, like, every once a year for about a month, I go down the like UFO aliens rabbit hole. Just hard, just so hard. Like everything I listen to is about experiencers and all the theories and whatnot. And then I'm like, well, we're never gonna find out. They can't even, you know. Epstein trafficked children to no one, so we're not going to find out about aliens, that's for sure. And it's only ever going to be used as a distraction from whatever else is going on in politics. That, it's one of those weird things. It's like, oh, here's a shiny object. Don't look over here or over there. I'm not posing this as picking a side in anything. Just as a statement, as that each side has their like funny tactics. Let's distract the people with this over here. It's all, I know, like, man, I go down the, like, listening to the story sometimes. It's so fascinating because it's, I don't know, I guess it's because they're kind of universal, like no, now what's fun is, oh man, reading. So this is another thing. I'm reading about, or was someone on Rogan the other day, a while back? I don't watch it that often, but someone was talking about like these bad trips they had on DMT when they went and saw the, machine elves or whatever. And that it was like, they were taken on board wherever they get taken, and like torture, like I just, it sounded awful. So we're gonna stay over here. Do I like Alex Jones? I don't know. I go back and forth. I go back and forth on Alex Jones. Cause like with anyone, okay. All right, let's. I'm not gonna pick a side. I'm not gonna have a political bent. Cause Alex Jones actually isn't. People think of him as a radical conspiracy theorist and blah, 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 but he's not a I don't think he's a conservative or has ever called himself like a Republican or conservative or whatever. Like, seriously, like, I don't think he has. I think he's been, I don't know. But, so he's fun, that's for sure. But, I don't know, I kind of remember the opinion that like most anyone of his prominence is like controlled opposition. So like I just think anyone of a certain level of prominence just like slips into controlled opposition. Is that the right term? Like, and it might not even be like of their choosing. They're choosing to be in that lane where they're like not going as hard as they instinctively want to, but that there's some, I don't know. I mean, I haven't listened to his show in a long time. Cause I'll go through a period where I'll listen to, I kind of go through like, oh, I'll listen to this person, listen to this person. And like, I don't know, as he used to go on like epic rants about like, like demons are controlling everything and, the world's being, I don't know, just like epic rants. There was a guy at the flea market that used to would play his clip, like the best of Alex rants on like a speaker in his van. And he was this like Jamaican guy that was selling like bulk, like pocket knives that he bought from like airport reclamation or whatever, where they like have the buckets of pocket knives. and he would just bring like literally bring like buckets of like different things that were confiscated at like airport, whatever, and just dump them on tape. Like he'd have these big sheets and he'd like dump them all on the sheets so we could just bundle them all up afterwards. Bro. But he would play like these epic Alex Jones rants in the background. And I was just like it was before I knew who Alex was. And I was like, what is going on? And now looking back on it, it's funny because I know who he is playing. But at the time I'm like, but all that to say, like, if you told me reptilians were running the government and like they came out and said, yeah, we've been invaded by, you know, alien beings from Zeta Reticuli or Alpha Centauri, or whatever star system, I would, and they were like, and they turned into aliens, like I wouldn't like. I'm to the level where I just wouldn't be surprised at all. like it just wouldn't shock me. I would just be like, okay, it's just okay. You guys acted like it, right? Everybody, were you in here the night when I like went off and ranting about how like we live in oligarchy and that there's no sides, it's all just like ruling class versus I mean it, like on both sides it's all just ruling class versus whatever we are, serfs. Look and see what this button does. Oh, have you ever listened to heard of I'll give you a recommendation. I'll post a video. It's oh shoot. Here, I'll read it. It's insane. It's fun. Yeah, so I basically was telling everyone my, I don't know, I've in the last 6 months to a year, my like political views and all that stuff have changed like wildly, like shockingly. Like 2 years ago I wouldn't know who I am now, but now, and it's also partly I think being into politics is kind of lame at this point, but that's just probably old man me getting a little sour. I need to find it. So this guy, you can find, he has a couple of really epic rants on you can find videos of him on YouTube. His name is I don't think this is a picture of him. I don't know why. I don't think this is a picture of him, but his name is Francis E. Deck. This is like a, you know, this is like a goofy it's like a self-published thing. So he had do you know, are you old enough to remember like mailing lists? So like back in the day when people, you know, before Reddit and forums and GeoCities and, you know, the internet, oh, there's another Toy and Bee Tiles also. I'll post links in the chat. There's a really good documentary on those. I feel like it's kind of in the same. These are in the same lane. So I'll post links. Y'all can, so they're saved. Okay, yeah. So this. So this is a documentary on the Toy and Bee Tiles.
Jimmy Akin's Mysterious World is brought to you.
Whoopsie. No, this is. Okay, it's not on YouTube anymore, but it's called. It's called Resurrect the Dead. Hopefully it's on YouTube. Okay, yeah. So this one's called Resurrect the Dead. It's on YouTube. It's about a guy. He used to make these tiles out of linoleum backed with asphaltum, and he would put them around major cities, and they had these like esoteric messages on them. So they're really interesting, and you apparently can still find them. So he was obsessed with the historian Arthur Toynbee. I'm sure that link works. Yeah. It's a really good documentary. It's about an hour and a half long, and it's like edited well. It's not poor man edit. It's like a movie. And so yeah, it's about they find the guy, and then. See, like if you have a head like mine, everything's interrelated. So like you can't bring up one topic without bringing up another topic. So like, yeah, this is so this is like an epic rant. I don't condone the language used about the you know who's in it, but yeah, I got really into politics for a while, and then once you see the cycle happen and it turn over a couple times, I just am like totally disenchanted with, because yeah, I do think people definitely use politics and use things that it use it as a substitute for like a religious ritual and devotion, for sure. Yep. But yeah, but so Dak, he golly, let me see if I can find the rant. The rant I posted is like the is like epic, and it's the best. It's a good version. I think it's a good version of it, if I remember correctly. But
Einstein controls.
actually, it might not be the best version of it, but. But
It's not a tumor.
sorry, get my soundboard back. Let me turn this down a little. Yeah, I'll find it real quick. I know this is totally interesting. You guys don't want to. I rewrote. So I have a video you can that I did. No, did I post that one? I didn't post it to YouTube. I posted it on my other accounts. I did my own version of the rant. He rants about the metric system, which is pretty funny. Yeah. Okay, so so he had a mailing list. So back in the day, you had mailing lists. So the Toynbee tiles tie in because I believe the guy that did the Toynbee tiles had a mailing list as well, and he had like these conspiracies that he would spin out. So like it's all in the same vein. Like you basically like in big cities, you pin up a thing, and you pull a tab. You know, they cut them, pull a tab, you send your whatever to the thing, and then they mail out like a monthly newsletter or something like that. I mean, that was common in like weird little communities of it's like way people communicated across vast distances before with their own sort of like publications and whatnot. So so this, I think this is the one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to like not read it too fast because he says some stuff that's like really wild. But I feel like funny voice should be. Let's get this at the right level. Okay. I'm going to sound insane because this is the ranting of an insane person, but it's fun. And actually, I go when I read it, I think, oh gosh, I think that these things are what he's talking about. So, and you may be able to pick it out. This is. Are they super loud? Yeah, I can't tell it's pretty piercing. So I can actually lower the octave down so it'll be a little lower. All right, so this is entitled Gangster Computer God Worldwide Secret Contaminant Policy. All right, lots of run-on sentences. The Gangster Computer God Worldwide Secret Contaminant Policy made possible solely by worldwide computer god Frankenstein controls, especially lifelong constant threshold brainwash radio, quiet and motionless. I can slightly hear it repeatedly. This has saved my life on the streets. 4 billion worldwide population, all living, have a computer god contaminant policy brain bank brain. A real brain in the brain bank cities on the far side of the moon we never see. Primarily based on your lifelong Frankenstein radio controls, especially your eyesight TV, sight and sound recorded by your brain. Your moon brain of the computer god activates your Frankenstein threshold brainwash radio. Bruh. Lifelong inculcating conformist propaganda, even frightening you and mixing you up and the usual. Don't worry about it for your setbacks, mistakes, even when you receive deadly injuries, bro. It's like one run-on sentence. This is the worldwide computer god secret contaminant policy. Should I go on? Worldwide, as a Frankenstein slave, usually at night, you go nearby hospital or camouflaged miniature hospital van trucks. You strip down, lay on the operating table, which slides into the sealed computer god robot operating cabinet. Intravenous tubes are connected. The slimy, vicious doctor simply pushes the starting button based on your computer god brain on the moon. which records progress in your systematic butchery. Your butchery is continued. Exactly, systematically, the computer god operating cabinet has many robot arms, and the electrical and laser beam knife robot arms. With fly eye TV cameras watching your whole body, every part of you is monitored, even through the Frankenstein controls, synthetic blood, synthetic instant sealing flesh and skin, even synthetic electrical heartbeat to keep you alive are some of the unbelievable computer god instant plastic surgery secrets. You are the highest, most intelligent electrical machine in the universe. Bruh. And the thing is that when I go back, and this is, when was this from? Yeah, this is from 1984. So he'd seen some sci-fi novels by now. There's some sci-fi. Oh yeah. I think he was a lawyer, dude. If I remember correctly. He was a lawyer. And he just got really into I can't even, this is one of those things, it's just, I'm not even gonna say it on stream, because it's, I will, you know, like, I don't have to self-censor on some things, but this dude, I got to censor on. But so, like, I mean, this is just me reflecting on what he's saying. So one of his mate, and you go into the back, they have a glossary with all the terms and whatever, and who he thinks is in charge. They are in, you know, he thinks that they are in charge. But so he has a thing where he talks about the Frankenstein radio controls, and then he calls them control collars. And I think it's, if we're going to look at it from like, he was mildly prophetic, I think he's talking about cell phones. And then when he says you know, basically you're a slave to the computer god that's on the moon. Well, when I hear Sam Altman say, we're going to build data centers on the moon, and we're going to send people up there to, you know, stroke the ego of the AI god that's going to rule over us. I mean, that's what I hear. I'm like, bro, like, this seems kind of tame compared to, you know, the godhood that they wish to establish upon their, you know, their computer god they're trying to create. And then, but no, this isn't humor. He's like, I think he's dead serious. I'm not. I'm saying if you're gonna dial back the insanity of this, I think that there are definite corollaries in our current time that like make him not sound as insane. Because how was he supposed to know about cell phones and about, you know, I mean, he's already talking about mass surveillance, and you know, if he's probably, you know, if you're paranoid, or if he's doing like meth or something, you think everyone's watching you, right, or whatever. So, or if he had, you know, personality disorder or whatever. But some of this stuff doesn't sound terribly crazy, you know. He's saying it in a crazy way, but like if you just like break it down to the simple, like, oh yeah, we do kind of have control collars, like mass surveillance combined with, sorry, I stopped the playing of that, so it stopped. Yeah, so I don't know. Let me see if I can get something going with this, and I don't know. So I think by Frankenstein control collars, he's, I don't know. I think it's a reference to like Frankenstein was brought to life by, or no, Frankenstein's monster was brought to life by Dr. Frankenstein. And so I think he's saying that like you're under someone else's control, or you've been animated by someone else. So let me see. In the back has a glossary. Okay, so when he says moon brain, saying your real brain that's being controlled by the communist gangster computer god. Let me see. I want to see. Frankenstein's slave. So okay, this is like these are like definitions. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Frankenstein's slave is a person without his or her own will and is completely beholden to the control of the communist gangster computer god. So, I mean, I think we can see if we're gonna interpret this. Yeah, there's a whole like. There's more to There's more to this that I'm not giving thorough context to. So, yeah. Okay. So, I think the Frankenstein control collars are this. Computer brain machines. These are secret robots used by the communist gangster computer god to do all of the paperwork. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. So computer brain machines are AI, in my opinion. These are the secret robots used by the communist gangster computer god to do all of the paperwork, taxes, bills, etc. of the government that alleged government employees do. Bro. Okay, then there's the Brain Thoughts Broadcasting Radio. Part of the Frankenstein radio controls in which it is the aspect which constantly broadcasts your thoughts directly to the communist gangster computer god. This allows for constant surveillance of every living human. All right. I'm trying to find Frankenstein slavery. Okay, Frankenstein slavery. The process in which someone is completely controlled by the communist gangster computer god. This is most prevalent at night when you are unable to resist and your body because a robot slave to the computer god. Because he like in that little brief bit I read, he talks about being taken into a hospital and being like cut apart and being injected with the computer stuff from the computer god. It's the rantings of a madman, but it's not uninteresting, right? It's super interesting. But I went on have you ever read there's a book by a guy named Joe Allen called Dark Eon. It's about transhumanism and AI, and he writes about it from he's a Christian, so he writes about it, not totally, but like in part from a religious perspective, and tracks down some of the like sort of occultic like beliefs and things of the AI transhumanist movements. Okay, that's interesting and all, but we gotta bump it up. We gotta bump it up a level. So we're gonna do some granular processing, and then we may throw that into the delay and reverb. See what we can get. Boop, boop, boop. I'm probably like, yeah, I probably said gangster computer god too many times and they shut my stream down. You don't have the capacity to read and retain. I have a hard time with that. Oh, sure. I have to write. Anything I want to remember, I have to write down. That's something I learned a long time ago. If I want to remember it, it has to get written down. Return Okay, now we're going to do send one through on that. We're going to turn this down. Bible stuff's hard. Yeah, it is. It's hard. I went. Should I tell you? I went to seminary, so Bible stuff is very hard. Yes, sir. It's interesting though. It's one of the most fascinating things I think you can study. Is like ancient texts and languages and religion and whatnot. I think it's super duper fascinating. All right, let's start with some reverb. Why is that not coming through? Out's going there. Synth's going there. Out's going into there. Oh no. I I have to laugh. I'm not gonna be one of the, I had to say I'm not gonna be one of those guys. I'm not what's up, Stevie? I'm not one of those guys. Like every morning I'll scroll through lives just to see what's going on, and it's always going on, and I'm like, golly, guys. Okay. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I gotta do these I'm set wrong. What's going on, Bianc 21? Okay, we got some delay going on. I'm gonna sync this. This sounds pretty shrill, doesn't it? Okay, let's take that away. That's too much. That's right. Happy Sunday, Stevie. You get your barbecue fired up? Right now I'm doing weird ambient stuff. I went and I did field recordings of the thunderstorm tonight, so that's what you're hearing. Aneurysm activated. Dude, when I'll be in that, like, isn't it like strokes? Is it you smell oranges or you smell burnt popcorn? Man, sometimes my wife would be cooking downstairs and then stuff comes up here. Like I can smell it. Like she starts cooking or if she burns something, and I'll be sitting here and I'm just like, oh, sorry. I'm like, I wish I had EQ on this. I cut out some of the harshness. I'm sitting here and I'm like, am I having a stroke? Because like the smells in the kitchen, like, I mean, they come upstairs like quickly. She'll saute garlic and butter, and it's like, I mean, it's probably 30 seconds from that stuff hitting the pan. And Andrew. Yeah. Okay, so that's wet. Yeah. That's a nothing. Add some reverb. Okay, I need to change that. Okay, that's all cool. Huh. What's an aura? An aneurysm? Yeah, did y'all... I okay. Well, what's your... Well, let me go to your channel. Translate, blah, blah, blah. Alright, sorry. Cool. I subbed to your page, so if you post anything about it, let me know. What's an aura? Okay. Wow. That's interesting. I didn't have COVID. I didn't have any of the big symptoms like the, what's it called? Like things taste like, there were people that I knew that like things tasted like pepper to them. And yeah, okay. Yeah, things tasted like pepper to them for like a month or two. And then people lost their taste for a super long period of time and some other stuff. And I never got any of that with COVID. So you can have it without having a stroke. So you can have those kind of things without it preceding a stroke. So yeah, but I got something maybe beginning of the school year when the kids went back in August, September, whenever that is. And I got something, and I'm telling you, dude, I didn't taste anything right for like 2 months. And it wasn't COVID. I went and got tested, and and it was something the kids brought home, and man, it wrecked me. Like nothing tasted right. I could like just put as much hot sauce on something as I wanted. It never tasted proper. But okay. What's this? What does this thing do? Sorry, I just got this stupid thing and I have no idea how to use it. Oh, those are CVNs. I'm looking for, I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is put Do I have stereo VCA? I don't have a stereo VCA. How am I gonna do this? I don't know. We'll try it. We'll just do Talon. We'll do linear. We'll go input. We'll do output. So that. Yeah, I agree. My taste has been off for quite some time. And I think it got better, but I still think not from COVID, whatever it was I had, it never things don't have any, there's like it's like notes it knocked off, you know, like things don't have like as piercing so now I can do this. So we're going to cycle this. And we're gonna inject some pulses or something. Just gonna cut out, and then I'm gonna do this. It's gonna come back in. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, I don't like the way that's working. So we're going to do this. We're going to turn the... Sorry, guys. I'm doing the most boring thing. It's interesting to me. It's probably not... Yeah, that may be so. So I one thing I did, I've shrank. I've gotten shorter. That's one of those weird things they don't tell you about in the user manual. Why is it so poppy? No. Okay, so I was 6'4". Oh no, okay, so I was 6'3 3/4". For most of my life. Like, and then now I'm like, I think I'm now closer to 6'3". Not much. Less than $1. Yeah, I was 6'4" for most of my life. 6'3 3/4", somewhere in there. 6'3", 6'3¾", and then yeah, now I've shrank probably, I don't know, 5/8 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. So yeah. But like as you age, I was reading, as you age, your hips spread out a little bit, and like certain things settle. So you can oh. This is not a custom cab. This is a Dofer Monster. They don't lie. All right, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good Sunday. We're just some nights I'm like, this is not the most interesting stream, but I like hanging out with you guys, so it's always it's I don't know. I'm not a performer. I'm more just like wanting to hang out and do something mildly interesting. So, but anyways, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. Stevie, what'd you do on the barbecue? Just curious. Hold on, I got stuff to do. goodness, that sounds incredible. Dude, you do it right, dude. Sorry. I had one of the kiddos woke up screaming bloody murder. Takes one look at me and goes, I want my mama. Just like, all right, man. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Okay, I think we're going the opposite route. We're going the wrong direction. No. I'm drinking. It's called ginger beer. I mean, it's just ginger ale. I don't know why they call it ginger beer. I guess it's stronger, but it's non-alcoholic. Ginger beer. No, they have another one. It's called ginger brew. I don't understand all these names, but it's like ginger ale, except it's a lot stronger. So it's got like a bite to it. We were talking about taste earlier. How our tastes don't function as well now that we're aging. And so it has a good bite to it. I'm gonna gate this one at a different rate. Yeah, I think most people get it for a drink mixer, but I don't. I'm off alcohol at the moment, so this is just caffeine and ginger ale. A lot of caffeine today. A lot of caffeine today. Sorry, I'm experimenting with this new thing. Recorded it's thunderstorm tonight. Were we all in here when I showed this? So I was outside. I had the field recorder outside. I was recording the thunderstorm. That's what you're hearing. Like, that's the rain. And I was like, I had my headphones on because I was monitoring it to make sure everything was all right. And I kind of had it almost off my ears, just so I could just slightly hear it in case there was some, because sometimes when you have the mic, you're using that kind of mic, and it's like crunk up, like all the freaking way up, so you can get all the sound. You can hear cars and things going on. And so I'd already heard like a car, there was a car, I couldn't even hear it. I had one ear out. So I couldn't hear it without the microphone. And so I had, so I heard I'd already heard car tires spinning and then the car backfire. And I was like, but it wasn't near where I was at because it was raining. So, you can hear it. I caught it on another recording. I don't have it on this one. And so then I did another recording because that one kind of got messed up because I bumped the mic like 2 minutes in. Yeah, there should be thunder in this one. But so I was sitting there and lightning strikes. Lightning strikes right across the street. Like literally, I just see like all I see is white light, like right over my neighbor's house, and like they scared the fool out of me. And so that's when I was processing all this audio, I took a picture of the wall of sound that hit the microphone in my ears. It's just like you're just sitting there, and it's just like I mean, I about knocked over my tripod. Luckily I didn't, but I was it because I only have like 3 or like 4 foot, 5 foot out my door that's covered, and so that was the only place I could sit and record. And you can hear it hit my gutters, which is fun. But yeah, it scared the living daylights out of me. That's what you're hearing here. So I got it playing going into the modular, and then I have it going through the panharmonium, and so it takes audio signals and it makes them into synthesizer-y things. So it's processing this audio and pitching it, and it's turning it into something. And you can change the waveform and stuff and what frequencies it focuses on. So that's real lows. Take the blur all the way off. It gets real weird. Oh yeah, it was terrifying. I mean, it was 11 o'clock at night, and so like I'm thinking, I'm like chilling, sitting on the porch. I've been hand rolling cigars. Just had a cigar. I was super chill. I was laying out there. It was raining, super nice, and then like just kaboom! Like I'm like, then my next thought was, man, I'm really glad I bought those surge protectors for my gear. Yeah, that's sort of what I want. So I have this kind of pulsating a little bit. I don't know, I'm just trying to, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a vibe. I don't know what I'm going for. I've not used this a lot, so I just want to just mess around. I like sci-fi-y, soundscapey, ambient kind of things, so I just want to try and just see, and this is kind of like, I don't know, I like creating atmosphere because it's fun, because it's like, this is I don't know, I was someone the other day, they were like, oh, I love your vibe or whatever on one of the videos I posted, and I was like, yeah, this is like me. I'm not doing the like, you get the guys, they go, they have, I mean, this is guys that do this stuff. We all have our little setup. We all have our like little, I don't know, like off, like it's hilarious how universal the sort of vibe is. But then some guys are like going up and doing like house techno, like all the time. All they ever post is just like boom, 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 boom. And just and it's just like, this is my like happy place. So everything's like freaking, like spacey and ambient and chill, and like it's like I'm trying to create a vibe that's not like, I don't know. So I do a lot of atmospheric stuff. Okay, we're gonna do this now. Should get kind of weird. Hmm. I'm gonna peek that out. It's feedbacking now. Sorry, I'm gonna sync this. Ooh, that started feedbacking. I don't know why. Nothing should be feedbacking. Yep. Yeah, that's what I got going on. This is just whatever this is synthesizing it as, and to a triangle wave into my mixer, and then on in the loop I've got the multigrain, which is a granular processor, so it slices it up and sort of plays with the sample, and then it's sending that to delay and reverb. And then it's kind of pulsating. It's getting a slight pulse from the and volume from this stuff over here, you know. this stuff, whatever I got it plugged into. So all that's being resynthesized from because I'm gonna try and do some evolving patches that are like easy listening, you know. So like, because Stevie, you've done some like open source audio things where it's just like sounds that are I want to do some like slightly evolving pitch things, you know. So let's see what happens when we do this. And we plug down the X. We make it Are you doing those recordings yourself? Sorry, I mean pry. Just curious. That's fun. Okay, playing with the pitch is definitely the way to. Which I can sequence it too. So. Let's try that. Let's clock the sequencer. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, it sounded. I mean, I doubt. I didn't think you were like. I don't know. But that's kind of what inspired me. I was like, oh, Stevie's doing those. I bet they're field recordings. You know, field recording, garden recordings. What do you want to call it? And so I was like, let me do some of that. And so I did. Yeah, this is like a 10-minute one I did, but I have it looping twice, so it goes for like 17 minutes or something. And I had to cut out all my. I bumped them. I bumped the mic more than I'd like. Okay. All right, we're gonna sequence this guy. So sequencer's going. Let's increase the ratio. All right, let's see what pitching it this way does. Yeah, it's like kind of haunting. We'll crank the reverb and see what that does. Oh, why I'm getting audio's doing weirdness, but it's probably not too weird for y'all. I mean, I have, how many LFOs do I have? Or how many do I have plugged in right now? I don't have, because I don't have, I don't have any LFOs plugged in right now, technically. So I do have a gate being clocked, ADSR being clocked, and it's kind of it's you know, ADSR is going to be above 0 volts. It's not going to go below, so it's not an oscillator. So it's going like, you know, it's just bouncing. So the volume is kind of bouncing a little bit. That's what I have plugged in. But I have, if you want to talk about how many LFOs I have, I mean, I have an oct. I don't know if you know what an oct is. An oct is a phase, is the phase displaced, offset something. It's not phase displaced, I don't think, in the technical term. I think it's offset LFOs, but it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outs, but they're all different timings. So that's technically 8, even though they're all in sync. They're not. You can't divide them out. But that's 8 there. The thing is all the Dur analog stuff I have, it can all function as LFOs. So if I turn this, I mean, I don't have any of it plugged in right now, but if I turn the generate 8, the filter 8, and the walk all to low frequency oscillator mode, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 17 possibilities for low frequency oscillators right there. Just in these 3 units. Same thing with the Crewin. The Crewin, you can flip it to LFO mode, use it, and then that's like 5 LFO outs. And those are phase displaced triangle waves. And then then the CSL, you can flip to LFO mode. And you know, I've LFO wise, there's not enough, probably not enough slots for all the LFOs I could plug in at once. And then if you plug them into a mult, you can multiply that LFO. And then I have MADS and I have Wogglebug, which can do LFO like things. So it has stepped random. I don't know. I mean, then Sophia may go down low enough to be able to use as an LFO. It may go below audio rate. Yeah, man. Do what you got to do. I'm about to have to get off here and go get some sleep. But yep, Cy Blanc, or Bianc. Why are you asking? I guess that'd be the better question. Are you trying to get an idea of how many LFOs you would need? Because like, how many LFOs you need in a mono synth, or you know, something like that. Because like, basically, the more LFOs you can have, the better. And destinations, like good destinations. So. Okay. So I like that, but I also like controlling it with this. Like you're gonna go through the spectrum. It's cool. I think recording this like this, and doing like a slow ambient, maybe do something else. Maybe have something going on with this guy. Sorry, I'm trying to blast you guys out here. Because this stuff gets all feedbacky. So I would have to... So to control the voltage of the sampled audio. So in order to do that, I would have to take it out of here and put it into a VCA. So I could control, if I wanted to control the frequency. If I wanted to control amplitude, I'd have to put it into a VCA. If I wanted to control frequency, I'd have to put it into a filter. So you want me to do that? So what I would do is, so we're gonna go with QPOS because it's got some kind of, it's kind of like got a bell-like tones you can get out of it. So if I, we'll start with low pass. Okay. So we'll go out, so it'll allow me to control frequency, right? I gotta be careful because I don't. All right, so let's take all that back. Okay, so technically I can control. I have it going through a filter, so I should. Okay, so let me just make sure I got what I go on correctly. So what I can do is I can take, it has a built-in VCA on the front end of it, so I can use that as my VCA. So what I'll do is take an envelope from Quadrax. We will do. So I've got to trig that. So we will trig that that envelope. Trigger 1. So it should be seeing lights there. So I should be able to come out of there and then go into the QPOS. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, my audio file stopped playing. Okay. That should be affecting it. No- Okay, so this should be. Okay, that's it. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing here now. So this, sorry. So that's the rain right there. That's unfiltered. And then so that's filtered. So much so that I can. Yeah, I got. Sorry, I'll be right back. I will be right back. Yeah, so you should be able to hear it go from high, all the high content to the low content. And then if you want to add a peak in there, you can hear it kind of, yeah, do its little thing. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm sorry. Yeah, the way I got it set up, it is It does kind of evolve. Not quite as much as I want it to. But I think we'll get there. Yeah, you definitely could do that. Don't you just love a good troll? You think I'm not gonna block you if you call me idiot? No, not block you. Mute you from the channel. Whatever. Get bent, as they say. There we go. It's kind of fun. Cool. Yeah, it's one of those things I've done several I don't know, like ambient, like evolving kinds of things, but this is I want to. It was one of those weird things. Like I got way too much gear. I don't need to buy any more gear. But there's a guy, I can't even remember his name. He does synth stuff. On here, and he was like, oh, I was like, what are you doing to get those sounds? And he's like, oh, that's the panharmonium. And I'm like, oh gosh. And so I was like, that's why I got it. I was like, yeah, this is, I gotta have this to do these kinds of sounds. Not that you have to have it, but like I could tell by the way he was using it. I was like, oh, instantly I was like, okay, it clicked what he was doing. Let's see. Just this. Sorry, I have a. Let me just. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. I have one that's like a. It's like a. Sounds like you're talking through a radio. Oh, it's this one. Operator, can you hear me? Can you hear me? So right now, okay, so all you're hearing right now is one oscillator, but this is they call it a spectral resynthesizer. So what it's doing is it's taking this audio in the rain, it's taking the audio of the rain and it's turning it into a synth voice, right? What's going on, JB? I noticed that a couple of guys from Germany watching. Based on the numbers, you can see like regions. So England, Germany, and then you're from Italy, right? So right now all you're hearing is the panharmonium processing the rain, and then it's going into the multigrain, so that technically could be considered, I guess, another voice, and it's pitching it up. So that doom 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 doom, what you're hearing right there, so that I would count that as another voice. So it's just depending on the way you create counting voices. But really, you're hearing one oscillator that's being processed by different audio stuff. All right, this is a granular processor, so it's adding textural things on, let's say on top of. Yep. So we got England, Italy, and Germany, and America, and we need we're covering a broad swath of people right here. It's cool. Yeah, so you're hearing this pretty much one thing, but it's, you know, it's like, it depends on how you count it. Like, I mean, if I brought this in, so this is just the crew, and this is another, this would be another voice. It's just a set of sawtooth waves. You can hear them phasing. But I have it kind of going, but it kind of overpowers it. But if you just have it there a little bit, it just kind of colors those granular notes. Yeah, that's some deep, dark, creepy, creepy stuff. But fun, yeah. Definitely like what I was going for tonight. Like, I want to get something like, and then I can, you know, I can do modulate stuff. I can start modulating things and figuring out what works. To get kind of an evolving, because I want to do some long form recordings. I don't have any long form videos that I've really done recently. So I want to do some long form videos of kind of an evolving, like, chill, you know, patch. So that's sort of my goal tonight, was to come up with something and hang out. I like hanging out with you guys. I feel like, is it just me? It's odd. I feel like I always find the right, generally, you know, a handful of trolls that pop in here and there, we're generally the right speed of people. We find each other, we hang out, enjoy, because like I want to say I'm lonely, but in the evenings it's I can't go anywhere to hang out and do stuff and whatever, really, and none of my friends can either. So, you know, come in here and hang out, but it's morning. I mean, what is it? Oh, it's like midday. It's like mid-morning where y'all are at least. It's early morning here. It's very early morning. So, how long have we been going for? We'll go for a few more minutes. Let me see. Let me actually refresh this. Do y'all do time change in Germany and Italy, England? We do a time change, and it happens this weekend. So I left the room earlier, and it was 2 a.m, and I don't know how I got that late, but I got that late quick. And then when I came back in, it said 3 on the clock, and I'm like, of course it did. Yep. So we lose an hour. And on whatever day this is, second weekend in March, first week, yeah, first or second weekend in March, whatever today's date is, first weekend. Yeah, it's Sunday. It's a nice chill Sunday. Nice chill, weird, creepy vibes, but. All right. I may leave you guys with it. We'll go for we'll go for another 5 minutes. Y'all got anything you want to chat about for the next 5 minutes? I may patch a few more things, see what we can get going on. Oh, my recording keeps stopping. No, you're good, dude. I'm not. No one has to engage. I'm just. I'm at this point. My brain's fading because I've been up way too long. Go take a little snoozer before we got to get up and do the work of the day. Not work of the day, but you know, stuff. Just stuff. I tell you, one of my kiddos woke up screaming bloody murder. We did have a thunderstorm, so they get kind of weird when they get woken up in the middle of the night. But because some of them had already been woken up, you know, he looks at me and he's just like, And I think he literally like shakes his head and he goes, "No, I want my mom." Like, thanks, man. It's fine. I don't care. I'm not brokenhearted or whatever, but well, fuzz to it. I have to spray some deoxit in there or whatever. Okay, so what I can do... What I'll be able to do is modify that CV, and I'll be able to get it to I can get it. What I'll do is I'll put the Crewin on real slow on those CV inputs. And it'll evolve. It should. So if I set it like here. Should slowly evolve, I think. What I could do is run it through I could pitch it through the scales, which is what I may end up doing. Quantize it. Washing your car. I thought about doing just the rain with like a little bit of thing and calling it like, listen to this sound if you are having trouble. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Oh, buddy. All right, we hit the 2.5 hour mark. Should have some good. I don't know. Hopefully. Oh, I didn't. Man, it's gonna be probably a little laggy. I forgot to plug in my LAN cable, so it's doing Wi-Fi, so it's probably gonna be a little laggy on the stream replay. Well, you win some, you lose some. Whatever. Sounds good to me. All right. Well then. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Hope y'all have quite a happy Sunday. Get some relaxing in, washing cars, whatever. Sounds good. I think I'm gonna hit some of the grass with the push mower tomorrow. Cause it's got finally warm enough here to do some outdoor chores. It was cold for so long, and then it got warm, and then it got cold again, and it got warm, and then it got cold. Last week we got another Arctic blast, so yeah, it got cold again, and then now it's like solid mid 80s. So I was sweating more than I'd like, because it's weird when here, because it changes so fast. It's like, oh, my body's not ready. My body's not ready for this. I'm like sweating, and it's like 80 degrees outside, and I'm just I'm not ready for this, but better get ready. Oh, well, because what is it? This is my joke. I made. I don't know if anyone in here heard me make it earlier. Instead of like in Game of Thrones, they say, like winter is coming. So I started today doing spring cleaning. So my joke today is, what's up, Peace Ninja? My joke today is spring cleaning is coming. Because I feel like in the wintertime, like, I don't know if you go into like nesting mode where like you just or like refuse to get rid of crap that you should just chunk. But it's like I've nested for long enough, and I've been tripping over all this junk for so long. I'm ready to clean out. So instead of winter's coming, it's spring cleaning. It's coming. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of buttons here. Actually, there's not that many buttons. There's a lot of knobs. I could probably count all the... Okay, got some buttons here. Got a few buttons over here. Got a button there. Buttons here. Buttons here. A lot of it's knobs. Most of it's knobs. A lot of buttons, too. The knobs do more than the buttons, is why I think about it in terms of knobs. Twisty, twisty, doodly doos. Twisty, twisty, doodly doos. Twisty, twisty, doodly doo. Do y'all watch the guy? I can't remember his name. Ice Cream Man stream, and he does he rolls trucks on his head, and he goes doodly 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 doo doodly doodly doo doodly doodly doo. Dude's a trip. And he and it was because he streams on all the platforms. He simultaneously streams. So I went over to TikTok to watch him. And you know how on TikTok they'll do they'll do the streamers and they'll compete or whatever for votes. And then I'll put them side by side and they can chat. I don't know. I think he just started going through and selecting random people to try and join. There's this girl. She's sitting there and she's just looking at him like, what? He's going bippity boppity oopity ooh hippity uppity uppity ooh hippity uppity uppity ooh hippity hippity uppity uppity. He's just doing his weird thing that he does. She is not having it. She's just like, huh? And she looks and she's like, huh? And then he just keeps going, huh? And she gets out of the stream. But it was funny. And also, last things last, this is I've had this shirt for a while, but I got a Mecha Godzilla shirt. I figured in the summer, it's a real light fabric. I figured in the summertime I'll use it. I'll wear it on the weekends when I stream and stuff, and hang out. And it's just good fun. But I had to iron. There's so much print on it. You had to I ironed it, and then I couldn't. And then I didn't realize it had wrinkles in the print, so I had to go back and fold it inside out and iron all the wrinkles out of the thing. But this will be my probably be my springtime streaming weekend shirt, because I have a couple other ones. I got the one I have another one with Godzilla, and it's got a patch right here. I do it because it kind of matches my theme. If you don't, not my theme. So I'll explain it real quick. So my profile picture is a hand-drawn picture that's a derivation of another illustration of Godzilla from. There's like there was a series of like sort of lighthearted Godzilla comics, and it's from that. But I drew it myself, and I changed it enough to where I wasn't copying the artist. I just did my own version. But instead of, his name's not Godzilla. The profile picture is of Prax. That's what I call him, Prax, because it sounds kind of like a dinosaur name, right? But Prax is from the Expanse novels, and he's like the charged up dad who's trying to get his daughter back in the second or third book. And his daughter's being experimented on by this mad scientist, and he's like willing to do whatever it takes to like get her back. So I always liked that about him. But in real life, and his full name is Praxiticae, but they call him Prax in the book. And so I always liked that name, Prax. So one of my sons, this is all this weird long spiel of interconnected nonsense, but it makes sense to me. So I thought it'd be a cool name for a kid, but then I'm like, I can't call my kid Prax or Praxiticae. I can't do that out of a sci-fi novel. I mean, I can't do that. My wife's not gonna let me get away with that. So what's something similar? So Paxton is one of my kids' middle names. So it's like derivations of. So I have both. It's me being silly, but both my sons have sci-fi novel inspired middle names, and my wife knows, but she's like, oh me. I think, but I mean, they're good names. I mean, they're solid names, but they're both derived from characters. Another one is from Children of Time. There's a character named Holston. Is it Holston Mason? Right? I'll look it up. Yeah. Holston Mason. So Holston is another one. It's another one. I'm going to be telling you guys all this private info, right? But yeah, two sci-fi inspired middle names from characters that are good, because in the book he's a what do they call him? He's a classicist. So he basically, okay, so when they disperse out into space, they have to travel such long distances. Basically, the language and stuff changes over time. And so, and like probes that went out years before to help these planets evolve into sustainable places where humans can live, use different languages and codes and whatever. So they need a classicist that knows all the ancient languages, essentially. I mean, sort of ancient languages. So when they go out into space, he can like help them like decode and figure out what's going on. So always, I like the name Holston, because he's like, it's like not the hero you want, but the hero you need, kind of. He doesn't want to be a hero. He just wants to do his job, but he ends up having to be the hero. And so I like that kind of quality. He doesn't strive for greatness or goodness or notoriety like some of the other characters in the book, but he has to take care of business. because they're on a, generation ship out in the middle of nowhere with no one coming to help them. And so he's like him and Lane, I think, is it Lane? Is his like kind of not girlfriend, but the engineer who he's sort of cozy with. It's him and her have to like kick ass, and like she's an engineer and he's a nerd, book nerd, essentially, like an ancient language specialist, let's say. And so they have to end up like defeating one of the other characters that tries to upload his consciousness to the mainframe and take over the ship and blah, blah, blah stuff. It's just nonsense. I mean, it's no nonsense. It's good fun, sci-fi fun, but it's also kind of stressful because like at any point, like, oh, they could like wreck this generation ship and like thousands of people could die. And so they've got to save, they have no choice but to save the day. And yeah, so I always like that name, Holston. And I like, yeah. Okay, I think my recording's gone off again. I think it's time. It's 17 minutes. So, anyways, hope you guys have a good night. That's the longest goodbye ever. But anyways, I like hanging out, and I always got more stuff to say. Yeah, that's the thing. Always got more stuff to say. But anyways, y'all are fun to hang out with, and thanks for chilling and listening to me goof around and talk and chat and whatever.
I'll be back. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of your women.
All right, boys. We'll end on we'll end on that note. Oh, buddy. See you guys.